Good evening from the future. No. If you're new to this channel, my name is Logan and I'm the Bi Book Boy. I'm a chaotic bisexual and I read books. This week I had a completely different video planned, but I had a really fun thing happen. I had a book publisher send me a book to review. A little bit of backstory. The author of this video was a patron at a cafe I used to barista at. We became friends and friended each other on Instagram. About the time that I started my YouTube channel, I saw that she had had her book published. So I reached out and asked if I could read it, and lo and behold, here I am reviewing it for you guys. So I figured since we're so good at being unorganized on this channel, I might as well lean into it and just do a read-along vlog. In the rest of this video, you guys are going to follow me through my week as I read this book any place I can. But before we do that, if you want semi-regular, chaotic, bisexual content, you know what to do. Hit that like button, ring the bell, subscribe, so you can get my videos whenever I decide to post them. Now without further ado, let's travel into it, friends. Alright, you guys, this is check-in number 1. I am on page 73. First impressions. This is incredible world building. Oh my god. It's been a while since I have been this enthralled, absolutely just immersed in the world of a story that I'm reading. Sorry if the camera's shaky. I'm really bad at this. I hope this is far enough away that you're not super zoomed in on my face. Also, we got the glasses on because it's late at night and we're reading. But as I was saying, it's been a long time since I've been this deep into the world of a book so fast, and I really appreciate that. I am in love with all of these characters. Jordan's voice and just the way that she immediately introduces you to these characters. Specifically, I would say Sanjeet. I hope I'm saying his name right. Editing Logan is here to tell you I was not saying his name right. There's a pronunciation guide in the back of the book. Look at that. It was Sanjeet. Phonetically spelled S-A-H-N-J-E-E-T. Emphasis on the J-E-E-T. Anyway. My favorite character, hands down. Oh, beautiful. Chef's kiss. Oy vey. So good. Sanjeet is my favorite character right now. He is just, he is a pure being that has been mistreated by the world, and he needs to be protected, and I love him already, and I am already on page 73, and not much has happened yet, but I already am getting this feeling that I'm very protective over him. We'll get into that in my wrap up. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to reading. My goal is to get to page 150 tonight. I do have to work in the morning, but I will check in before I go to bed. Yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. I am enjoying this. Okay, I feel like that's gonna be really poorly lit. Is this better? Okay, guys, it's now 11 p.m. I am at part 2, which I feel like is a good stopping spot. I'm page 112, I think. 110 or 112, something like that. I was right. I was very right. Sanjeet, I love him, and something very sad just happened. And I may or may not have cried a little bit, but I am very attached. Also, I love the friendship that is forming between Kira and Tar. The main character's name is Tar. There's just this really beautiful sisterhood that's forming there. Kira is a very older sister, sort of almost motherly sort of figure to her so far. From the very first day that Tar arrived at the Children's Palace, Kira has been sort of this older sister type. She sings her to sleep, and I really love it. Also, there's this really, really cool theme of our protagonist, Tar. So she has the ability, I guess rough spoiler, she has the ability to steal and create, to steal memories / read minds, or borrow memories, that is. She also has the ability to create new memories or dreams in people. And there's this really cool theme of her creating dreams for the other characters when they go to bed in a way that's just, it's a very healing thing, and it's a very loving thing, and it's a very intimate thing, and I really just, I cannot get over how cool that idea is. The only reason why I'm putting this book down is because I have to work it in less than 6 hours, so time to go to sleep. Good night. As soon as I'm done working tomorrow, I'm picking this book back up and I'm reading again. I'll catch y'all later. Oh my god, you guys. Okay. I am on page 189. Something insane just happened. Also, a very important character in this book has revealed themselves to be asexual, which is incredible representation. Thank you. I'm continuing to grow more and more attached and protective of all of these characters. And something just happened that threw a wrench in everything, so I am, no spoilers, but I am very excited to see where the next couple hundred pages take us. It's about a 400-page book. It might be a little bit over 400 pages, I don't remember. I'm very near page 200. I'm going to read to at least 200 before I go to bed tonight, because I don't have to work tomorrow morning. Well, I have to work, but it's at my other job, which is later than my main job. I work a lot, sorry. But yeah, I will keep you updated. Good morning, it is like 7 a.m. I work in about an hour. I realized that I forgot to check in last night. I read until like page 300 something. It was really good. Something sad happened and I cried. It was a good time. This book is an adventure and I love it. I also continuously think I know what's going on, and that turns out I don't, so that's good. Anyway, why am I in my car an hour before work? Well, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I live in LA, which is why the traffic is awful in my video, right there. And it's sometimes really hard to find parking near where you work. So I usually will go to work like an hour before I have to clock on and just drive around until I find parking. Sometimes I find parking like 10 minutes before I have to clock on, so you're sprinting and get ready. But sometimes, on a good day, I can get parking like a half hour or so before I have to work, or like today, an hour. So I bring a book and I read in my car until I have to clock on, and that's what I'm doing. I have about, honestly, enough time to bang through 100 pages, so I might finish this book before work. I'll check in later and let you know. You guys, I finished it. Oh my god. It was so good. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because it's late. I am tired. I'm in a crop top sitting in bed. I could do this a lot more professionally. Although, I will say, this video is a lot less chaotic and way better organized than my videos usually are. Saying something. However, to just do like a quick little like New York Times like 3-sentence editorial review of this. Incredible world building, wonderful character development, and a very well-paced story, especially the climax. The last 100 pages went by like that. I could not put it down. It was so good. More to come in the morning. I will see you when I am better lit, have had coffee, am not exhausted, and am dressed a little bit more professionally. So, what did I think? Final thoughts and all of that. Gonna get the first impression editorial review. To put it without spoilers, I will say that The Raybearer is a very important story. I am not usually the biggest fantasy readers. In fact, it is honestly a goal of mine to start reading more fantasy through this channel. However, that being said, this book grabbed me from the beginning and kept me going all the way through. Oh my goodness, it was so good. I think especially in the current political climate, there is something to be said about telling fantasy stories and just stories in general that are not from a Eurocentric point of view. Like, I did not realize until having read this that any of the fantasy I had experienced before was very Eurocentric and very much like not outwardly statedly based in Old Britain, but basically based in Old Britain. Whereas this is very much non-Eurocentric and very much based in, from my very uneducated understanding, a lot of the myths and culture of the Nigerian people. And overall, the book is just filled with very important facets of storytelling and culture that we do not highlight enough nowadays. I would say a very large highlight of mine would be the friendship between Kira and Tarsai. Kira and Tar's relationship is just so pure and sisterly, and I just love the loyalty and the companionship and the instant bond they have. Very similarly, I am obsessed with Sanjit. The more I got to know Sanjit, the more I was just like, this is a wonderful, beautifully deep and well-developed character that needs to be protected at all costs. I also really like Deo. No spoilers, Deo is the Emperor's son. He's gonna be the Emperor someday. I went into this book fully expecting to not like Deo because I just, when I read fantasy books, I usually hate the people that are in authority. And it was impossible to hate him. I would expect him to do something awful and tyrannical like most fantasy emperors would, because it's fantasy tropes, you know? Fantasy has been done a lot. However, the author would set that up and then divert the plot the exact other direction, and I would be like, it's impossible to hate him because he's actually a really, really great person. I do enjoy the character arc for Tarsai and Deo's bond. The only way to really say this without spoiling anything is it's not at all what I expected when I read the back of the book, and I really appreciate that. I love the commentary about women in leadership positions. Between Tar's own character arc as the protagonist and also the character arc of the lady and the general both like mystery that is held about the lady. I think the fact that the lady is a very villainized woman who is in a place of power, and she spends most of the story being discussed and being talked about rather than doing the discussion herself and being actually present in there, is a wonderful commentary on the way that our society, just in 2020 Earth human society, treats and ostracizes women in power, whether they are heroes or villains. Basically, it's really important. The lady is such a strong and regal and elegant, but also beautifully threatening character at the same time. I guess what I'm saying is at the end of the day, there is a pre-order link in the bio of this video, and I strongly recommend that everyone watching this pre-order this book and read it as soon as it comes in the mail, because it's so good. And no spoilers, I am very looking forward to reading the sequel, and I will be covering it because I need to know what happens. Also, gigantic thank you to Amulet Books and the author, Jordan Ifueko, for sending me this book in the mail. Also, if you like the less formal vlog style of this video, sound off in the comments, let me know. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I think it could be a really fun avenue to explore on this channel. This has been the Bye Book Boy, and I'm saying bye-bye.